welcome to my video. Today we're going to be talking about the Greyman. Great, thanks for joining me. Now let's get straight into it, okay? The Greyman, there's been a bit of talk now and again about blending in, being a grey man. Don't stand out, don't draw attention to yourself, okay? And there's a lot of common sense in that, okay? Now, I've talked to a few people about this. I've watched some videos on this. I've been interested in this subject on and off for the last 10 years. So it's always been within me to really seriously look at going down the road of becoming a grey man. A grey man. A grey man is, for example, you could be walking down the street on a high street on a Saturday afternoon or whatever in the morning, loads of people around, and you could walk from one end of the high street to the other. You could go past 200 people maybe, and then you know, you could get to the end and someone asks you to describe everyone, and you could really think, and you could remember loads of things about certain people. Oh, that guy with the spiky hair, that guy with the yellow Nike t-shirt, or that guy pushing the blue bike, or the woman with like blue tights, or whatever it is. Okay, but you're not going to be remembered if you just don't stand out. Okay. So think about it. You know, you're out and about, and there's people around. What do you see? There's lots of colour. Okay, for all sorts of reasons. You know, people are different. People like certain things, whatever it is. But a grey man isn't about just wearing grey trousers and a grey coat, and then just wearing a grey hat and then looking down and hoping to be invisible. It doesn't work like that. No, not from what I've looked into. For a clothing perspective, I would look upon dull, uninteresting colours, something that's not going to stand out. Now think about it, what stands out on clothing? Something that's shiny. Okay, so you don't want anything shiny. Colour or designs. This would be no good for a grey man. If it was just a plain green t-shirt, yeah, sure, why not? With this, with that badge on there, no good. Okay, they're all interesting concepts to look into. Now you can walk down the street and you can have I don't know, a green or a grey or some earthy, low-tony colours. Okay, we're not looking at fluorescent yellow or visfest because they immediately stand out. Fluorescent orange, a black PVC shiny puff coat, or some, I don't know, blue bloody jogging bottoms with a reflective strip down the side. All of these things stand out. Logos, oh god, not really into like wearing logos of Nike or Adidas, and you know, I've grown out of all that a long time ago. Okay, just get good quality clothes that are hard wearing, which you don't have to keep buying. Saves you money down the long run, and a lot of times they're comfortable too. Don't really like wearing jeans, which can be a bit of an issue in a grey man concept because lots of people do wear jeans, but I would say 50% of people don't. So on that premise, you could get away with not having to wear jeans. Hate jeans, can't stand them. I've got them, I wear them very rarely. They're always too tight. You can't put anything in your pockets. If you'll get soaking wet, you know, it's just pointless. So don't do jeans. I wear like lightweight, stretchy, ripstop, tactical trousers. Now you can get these. The 511 strike tactical trousers are fantastic. You can get them in all different colours. All the grey man colours. So you've got your greys, your beiges, your greens, your browns, earthy colours. So look at getting earthy, non-shiny or non-standout clothing, okay? So you're going to blend in. So also you have to think about blending in as well. So just say, as a scenario, a high street in your town, in your city, say 9 o'clock on the morning. What do you think people walking through that high street, what do you think they're doing? Lots of people will be going to work around that time, or maybe earlier. Okay, so how would you blend in? What you could do is make sure that you've got a small backpack on, which is good because you can conceal all your EDC stuff. Most people will think you just got a lunchbox in there or whatever it is, or a flask, a bottle of water, whatever it is. But make sure it's not like a tactical thing. No molly and certainly no patches on it. Don't ever put morale patches on a Greyman Concept bag. All right, you just want something normal that's not going to stand out. But if you have only got tactical bags, you can get like a waterproof cover. Get a waterproof cover, the right size for your pack. Something that's just like a black, grey, green, brown, even navy blue. Something that's not too like pink or oranges or yellows or reds or whites. Nothing like that. Just dull it down, okay? So you can cover that over. You'll probably be better off than wearing, you know, a tactical 511 rush bag full of molly and zips and stuff. So you're going to look like you're going to work. So you've got a little pack on. So you're walking down a high street. So you're still going to stand out. Why? Because if you look where everyone's walking, you walk with them, but you walk the same pace as them. You're not going too fast. You're not ambling around. You're not looking around everywhere. You're standing out. Just blend in with everyone. Everyone's walking along. A lot of people be on their phones. So you're walking along. You've probably got a cap on if you're worried about CCTV, like lots of us are now, and being tracked everywhere you go. Don't like it. So you look down a little bit. You can still see all over the place. Try not to swivel your head everywhere, because from a distance, when you see people walking, a move of a head, boom, you instantly see it, especially if you're being overseen on CCTV. Anyone that's moving out of the ordinary will draw attention. So you look down a little bit to avoid your CCTV, use your eyes everywhere, use your spatial awareness, and you'll blend it in with the people. You're walking the same speed as everyone. Okay, you're not overtaking people. You're staying along the same speed. You're moving with a crowd. Okay, and as I say, you're wearing that sort of colour clothing where you're not going to stand out. So you're just moving along, whether it's in the subway, the London Underground or whatever. You're not standing out. Okay, and just do things like, just think about your environment. It's the easiest thing to do it. It's the same when you're in the forces and you're being taught camouflage or cam and concealment. Okay, all you're doing is you're blended in with your environment. No matter where it is, you're out in the snow in Norway, you're going to be wearing white and a little bit of greeny stuff for the trees. Okay, you're not going to go out there with an all-in-one black SAS thing because you can stand up. It's common sense, really. So in an urban environment, you know, just go down to town one day when it's busy and just sit down there with a paper, but just look above it and just observe. Okay, just look around and just see what people do, and just try and memorise all of that. And when you go home, try and mimic that in how you walk, how you look, how you act, what you wear, what speed you walk, all of this sort of things. It's a very interesting subject to get into. Very interesting. Running alongside that, it will be spatial awareness as well. Always have spatial awareness. So not spatial awareness. What am I saying? God damn it! No, situation awareness. So you're aware of the situation around you, okay, without drawing attention to you. So you're walking down the street and it's getting dark or it's night time. There's a few like street lights on. You're on your own. You're just walking down a box down the street. Someone walks towards you. They look a bit dodgy for whatever reason. Okay. First thing you do is you look at them. You just acknowledge that you know that they're there. So you look them in the eye. You've got to get the look right, okay? You don't want to look like, all right. You don't want to look like that. You just want to look somewhere in between, just like that, just normal, okay? And as they walk past you, right, you give it like they're about a foot behind you, they walk past you. Turn around and look at them. And if they're looking at you, and they see you looking back at them, they're going to think, well, leave them alone. 9 times out of 10, that will work. If you shit it, and you walk along, and you look down, and he walks past you, and you don't look around, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to think, bloody hell, he's looking down, he's scared, bloody hell, he's not even looked back, right, smack, I'm going to nick his phone. Along them lines, okay? You really do have to think. Situational awareness. Roach and I, years ago, when we done that documentary on the TV, we went into a pub the night before we went filming. I know, it's a bad idea. Don't really drink, but we went to a pub. And this pub was local to where I lived at the time. I no longer live there. And it was quite a rough pub. There's, in actual fact, someone died there the week before. They got stabbed over drugs and whatnot. Anyway, we went into the pub. And as soon as I walked in there, my eyes just went all over the place, just surveying the whole room. And it doesn't take long, you can do it in a split second, right? And it's just old training. It never leaves you, okay? But if you haven't been trained in this, now's the time to start practicing, alright? If you haven't done so already. So go into a pub, looked around quickly, okay, right. What you're looking for is you want to look at an area where no one can get to you from behind. So you want to sit up against a wall, okay? You want to be in an area where you can see as much as possible, okay? You want to be in an area not too far from a door or a fire exit, okay? And you want to make sure that wherever you're going to be sitting, there's things that you can use as a defensive tool, like a little bar stool or a chair, okay? So me and Roach, we went straight into the pub. I looked around quickly, went beeline for this circular seat against the wall, right on, almost on the corner, not too far from the back door, and you can see the whole pub. We sat down there, and I'm not going to tell you about Roach's military service. Let's just say he really knows what he's doing. He said, "Funky, I would have sat in exactly the same spot. Nice one." And with that, we went to the bar, we got a pint, we sat down on this chair, and situational awareness. You're more aware of your situation. If anything's kicking off, you've got time and options to do stuff. You're near the door, you've got a stool, you've got a table, you can see everything. If you're stood at a bar and there's loads of stuff going on behind you, you're at risk. Yeah, you're at risk. And another thing, whilst we're talking about that, a friend of mine I used to drink with, Mike, we used to call him Pisshead Mike. He was a captain in British forces and he was out in Northern Ireland. And he said one thing that he will never do would be drink in a pub from a bottle. So why not? He said, well, he was happened to be in Ireland one night and they just done their shift. They went into the boozer. He was having a drink and one of his mates, I can't tell you what bottle it was, but he was drinking out of a bottle, half a pint, whatever. And he was going like that. Some bad person got his hand and went, bang, pushed that bottle right into his face, opened his face up, and it was a huge fight. He said when he saw that, he said he'd never drunk from a bottle again. Okay, so little things like this that you need to think about. Okay, don't put yourself at risk. Situational awareness is essentially that. Okay, so what else can we talk about? So yeah, that's situational awareness. I could do a video just on that, but I might flip to that in a sec. But we're talking about Greyman. So yeah, if things go bad, and you know, most of the population of wherever you're living is starving, hungry, you know, really, we're talking really shit at the fan now. Lots of people are dying, malnutrition, blah blah blah. The same thing, do your best to blend in, okay? What you don't want to do is to go indoors, lock the door, go on the treadmill, put some music on and have a nice big 4-course dinner or whatever it is, and put the latest tactical clothes and then go out for a walk. What do you think is going to happen? Try and blend in with everyone else. If everyone's wearing like old, dirty clothes, dirty and age your clothes. Use your imagination. You can use a light, you can burn stuff, you can put a little rip here and there, you can rub some dirt on it, oil or whatever. Make yourself look like everyone else. Okay? Goes back to what I said in the previous video about the bunker talk in November. You watch that video if you haven't seen it. Where I say, if you're going to be doing this sort of thing, try now practicing on surviving with less food than you currently eat. Okay, gradually wean yourself to getting by on less food. So you're going to lose a bit of weight. By all means, when you're at home, still do the do the physical exercise, do some stuff. Make sure that you're all covered over. No one wants to see you walking around all like ripped and like pumped up everywhere, because you're going to stand out. Everyone's going to be like Mr. Burns, going to be weak and tired and dirty clothes, they haven't eaten very much for days, blah blah blah. So you want to try and blend in with them. If you've got hair, unlike me, just make it greasy. Don't wash it for a couple of months. You know, bit of boot polish or whatever it is, just make it look crap, because you're going to look like everyone else. Okay, look like you're in the same boat as everyone else. Because if you draw any attention, you go out there with anything new, shiny, or if you look very healthy or in a good mood, you're going to draw attention. They're going to think, why is he looking like that? He's not like all of us. And they're going to smell a rat. They're going to think, bloody hell, he must be eating well. Right, I'm going to turn his house over. Let's get all my mates, follow him home or whatever. Or bloody hell, I could do with those boots, those nice shiny Belleville £200 bloody combat boots. Fucking hell, I'll have them. Just be like everyone else, right? Blend in. It's going to keep coming back to you. Blend in. No matter what the situation or scenario, blend in, alright? Don't stand out. Yeah, when you cook, shit in the fan, Greyman, make sure that all of your windows are shut, all of your doors are shut and locked, okay? Try and get into the habit of only cooking at night time. So when it's dark, when everyone's indoors, or most people are indoors, curfews and all that sort of thing probably in the next year or two, you've got all of your windows. If it's like winter time, great. You've got darkness, you've got your windows shut, doors shut, windows, curtains, everything's shut. Then you cook. And then whatever it is, you know, if you've got an extractor in the system in your cooker and it's blowing outside, turn it off. Because what you don't want to do is tell the whole street that you're frying up some burgers or some kebabs or whatever it is. Because everyone will smell it for miles. People will be living on rationed food by then and they're going to be struggling. And if they smell good stuff, remember the old Bisto advert in the UK? Bisto, and he follows the smell. That's exactly what's going to happen. But it's not going to end well, okay? So just think. Don't draw attention to yourself. Rule number one, okay? No matter what. So be savvy, cook indoors, don't cook outside, okay? Don't think, oh, I've got loads of fire, we'll just have a barbecue. You know, it's summer, it's nice, I've got some steaks in my chest freezer. No, you won't be doing that if people are starving around you, because you're going to draw attention, okay? Don't do it. There's another one. We've had like Chinooks, and we've had an Apache yesterday. There's a lot of military activity going on recently where I am, in southern England. I don't know what it's like where you are. But at least the chemtrails have stopped, we've got clear blue skies, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, lock all your windows, shut curtains, etc. And don't stand out. Situational awareness, you know, I've been thinking on and off this for years, and it's a good little skill, or a drill, that's a good thing, a drill to get into your psyche. Get a routine. If you happen to go to the supermarket once a week on your own and you're getting your shopping, right, try to adopt situational awareness when you do it. So you literally want to go in and go out as fast as you can. Don't look around everywhere, just go in there, get your stuff, get it all, pay for it with cash as much as possible. Don't get tracked and traced everywhere, pay with cash. If you want to keep cash and the economy going as long as you can, use cash. Don't you dare use that contactless stuff. And some people say, oh, we don't accept that. Just go, fine, I want to take my cash and go somewhere else. And you leave the trolley there and you go somewhere else. Because unless people start actually doing that, we're going to be cashless within 12 months. And you don't want to be cashless in 12 months. Cashless in 12 months? Do you know what that means? That means if your card or their card reader doesn't work, you're not buying that food. Your family's going hungry. You can't say, oh, that's alright, I've got 20 quid here. Yeah, that's some money. Sorry, there's no cash. It's all gone. It's just that. Or pay with my phone. Oh, my phone's out of battery. Or there's no bloody Wi-Fi, no 5G or 4G, or I can't get it to connect or whatever. You know, my experience with technology isn't good. More often than not, when you really need it to work, it will let you down. And if it hasn't happened to you yet, you've been lucky. But one day, it's coming, and you're going to be in shit street. Okay, so do what you can. Go into the shop. Don't be too long. Pay with cash. Get on a trolley. Now, you go into the car. Where do you park your car? Well, I would park... Right, we've still got more helicopters going over. There's stuff going on now. This is a lot more than usual. This is all the time now. That's police. Police track a helicopter. Someone's been naughty. Oh, maybe they've been spending with cash. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. So you pay with cash. Now you've got to leave the store or the supermarket. Okay, so my advice would be to park as near as you can to the store. Now, the reason I say that is there's going to be a higher chance of it going to be floodlit. There's going to be a higher chance of being on camera. And I know I said, avoid the cameras, blah, blah, blah. This is different, and I'll tell you why. When you come out of the store, you want to make sure that your distance that you walk between the outside door of that supermarket to your car is as short as possible. You go the most direct route as you can. Don't walk fast and draw attention, just walk normally. Try not to use your head everywhere, but use your eyes, okay? You're looking down a bit, you're using your eyes, you're pushing your trolley, you're walking to your car, you're observing the people that are walking past you. Don't stare at them, don't blag them or whatever. Just walk along to your car and just make sure that the bags in your trolley or your basket are ready to go. I mean, I use those rectangular, plasticky sort of strong bags. You usually get 3 or 4 next to each other, like a book on a bookcase, inside your trolley. So all I do, walk straight up to your car, you open, now this is important, another helicopter. Oh, it's the same one, I mean, that's the police. Man, I'll be moving to the countryside soon, I can't wait. Urbanville is crazy right now. But anyway, just think that battery for the camcorder is your fob. You're walking to your car, regardless of the distance that you can use this, you want to do it just as you're getting to the car. Alright? Don't do it from like, oh look at me, my road works from like 50 yards away or whatever. Don't do that. You walk into your car and your trolley is probably about 2 feet from the car. There's your car, your trolley's getting there, about 2 feet, boop, open it. Go straight to your boot, which is already cleared and ready. You open it up, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Close the door, then you lock it. You lock it, you put it in your front pocket, in your trousers. Don't put them in your back pocket, okay? Put it in your front pocket. Your goods are in your car and you've locked it. You've put your things straight in your pocket. Now, you can do the quickest, easiest, most sensible way of getting rid of your trolley. Don't just leave it there, okay? So, this is another thing when you go to park. Try and find somewhere near the supermarket door, which is not too far from a trolley bay, where you put your trolley. Or sometimes, like me, if you're lucky, if you've got a kid, you can. It's a parent parking bay, which is ideal. They're pretty close to the store, and invariably you've got a big walkway, and invariably these walkways, people just leave their trolleys there, and the trolley guy comes around every whatever, gets all of the trolleys together and puts them in the trolley bays. Right, so that's the quickest way for me in my situation. So trolley, boom, okay, straight into the car. Then you unlock it as you get to the handle. But as you're doing this, just have a quick look around. Alright? This is the only time when you do this. You're not going to go like that because you're not going to fully see. You walk into your car, you're a couple of feet from your door, then you just do a complete 360. If there's someone close enough to you, i.e. they can get to you or your car door before you can get inside and lock it, and if you've got a bad feeling, like I've always said, follow your intuition. If something doesn't feel right about that guy who's walking towards me quickly, or is staring at me, or is looking at the corner of his eye, looks a bit shifty, walk away. Walk away from your car. That sounds weird, it sounds paranoid. Trust me, walk away from your car, walk back to the store. If you don't want to raise any alert suspicions, think of like, oh God, I forgot something. That sort of look, whatever you want to act that look out, walk back to the store. As you walk back to the store, you get to the store, turn around and look at your car. If that guy is still at your car or is looking at you, get security. Get security and say, that guy is right by my car, can you escort me to the vehicle or phone the police because he's up to no good. And if you want to speed it along, say, I think he's got a knife. Don't say I think he's got a gun. Don't say that. Say I think he's got a knife. Mate, that security guard, if it's like ex-forces where a lot of them are, will go, yeah, no problem sir, here, come over with me. And once this guy, looking around your car, sees you and a security guard walking towards your car, this guy is going to go. With that point, you open your car, you get in, thanks very much, drive off, choose a different route home. All this sounds a bit over the top, but it's a good mindset and a good practice to do. Or typically, if you're walking towards the car, you've had a look around, there's no one around, you open the car, as soon as you get near it, I mean real close, you only open it, boop, at that point, you open the car, you get in there, you lock it. First thing you do, you lock it, whether you put the thing down or you press the button on the dashboard, you central lock the door. Then, for the next thing you do, put your key in ignition, turn it round to neutral, ready to start. Then you look around, as you're doing that, you're putting your seatbelt on, you're checking all the way around you, then you start it up and just drive off. Okay, that is what I do. Okay, that's how I've taught myself how to think 15 years ago now, maybe longer, and I do it all the time. And once you do it all the time, it becomes second nature. And when it becomes second nature, you do it without even thinking you're doing it. You just do it. And my partner's saying, bloody hell, you know, that's a bit over the top, isn't it? I said, no, it's fine. I said, it works. And she's accepted it now. And, you know, when we all walk to the car as a family, the object of the exercise is to get in there as quick as you can and secure yourself and all of the goods that you've just got and your family in there as fast as you can without making it like a laughing stock. So you're doing it calmly, professionally, safely, and you're observing all the time. All right? So it's part of a Greyman thing. It's a situational awareness thing that I do, and it makes sense to me because we are moving into a time now where people are going to be losing their jobs every day. I mean, I've started to think what the unemployment figure is right now, which is the 4th of November 2020 in southern England in the United Kingdom. I've got no idea what the employment figures are. I find it hard to believe any figures, if I'm honest, because they're all manipulated for whatever agenda. Okay, so I have problems trusting any figures, whether it's mainstream or some random guy on the internet. Okay, don't really trust figures, but get an overall view and try and get an average. You might have some idea roughly of where things are going with people losing their jobs. All right, so yeah, people are going to be losing their jobs. They're going to be desperate. They're going to be hungry, and they're going to probably think, I need to get food. I've got no money. What do I do? I don't know. Just go to the supermarket, walk around a car park, and prey on people who have no idea about situational awareness, who can't actually think. They're going to prey on them, and the key moment is as soon as that boot goes up, that trolley, boom. Or they're just going to, as soon as you come out of the store, if you happen to walk past their car with already the boot open, they'll just push you over, grab your stuff, and then shut the door. They might run off, and their accomplice might be in a car already and drive it home, and this guy who's running off now will arrange and meet up with him later. Or you can try and get in the car and start it, reverse it and go, whatever. There's multiple ways that people will do this, and it will happen. Guarantee it. It's just a matter of time. I've got no crystal ball, I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but things like that will happen in your country where you're living. Whether it's the great US of A, Canada, Stockholm, London, Birmingham, bloody Sydney, wherever it is, these things will happen. So start thinking now, start practicing these skills, alright? Make sure that you and your most important resource, which is food, because without food you die, okay? So your important resource and your loved ones, your family, two most important things in the world, food and family. You get them safe as quickly as possible without raising any attention, etc. That is a good idea in my book, alright? What else is there? Yeah, that's it really. I was just going to say, you know, make sure it's near floodlights and cameras. A few years ago when, you know, I've moved house like 6 times in the last like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, it's a pain, but, you know, like Roach has done it the same. They've been in the military, you're getting used to like the routine of packing, moving, blah, blah, blah. And at one place I lived at, I couldn't park outside the property. I had to park in a car park, which is probably a good 4-minute walk from the front door, okay? And what I used to do is when I come home from work, I parked it in a car park, and invariably there's about 300 spaces in this car park, and there'd be 4 vehicles parked there, typically, at the time that I was renting the property over a 6-month winter let, November to May, okay? So I'll get there, and there's one camera in the middle of this car park, and most of the time, probably 70% of the time, it had always been pointing in the same direction. And where it was pointing was right underneath this big floodlight. So guess where I parked? Exactly. I've got a 6-month pass which enabled me to park in that car park. It's cheaper to buy in a 6-month block rather than every night or every day. So I would drive there, I'll park right under that floodlight, right where that camera was. I never looked up at the camera, but obviously they can, if they want to do an ANPR check on my plate, they're going to find out who I am anyway. Doesn't really bother me, but I'm just a bit conscious about my face being on cameras. Don't really like it. So baseball caps are good, alright? And also what you do in stuff like that is another thing which I haven't wrote down, which I'm going to touch on briefly, especially with cars and car parks. Most of the time, you know, when you go to car parks, it's going to be a supermarket or a little area where you've got like your outlets, your factory outlets, or your PC World or your Carpet Right or Lidl's or wherever it is. These places out of towns, you're going to park there, alright? Park when there's cameras and when there's lights, but also, you know, when I touched on earlier on the video about what you wear and blending in, exactly the same applies to your vehicle, okay? Get a bog standard vehicle which isn't going to stand out. So do some research, and a couple of years ago, the most popular colour of a vehicle in the UK was silver grey, metallic or whatever. There's more of them coloured cars around currently in the UK than any other colour. So get yourself a vehicle in that colour if you want, or get something that doesn't really stand out. Don't get a big bright neon green colour or a big yellow car or a blue maritime. Get like a black, a grey car, something like that. Something that doesn't really stand out, okay? Make sure that you don't draw attention to it. Don't polish it up and gleam it. Because if it's winter time and you're driving on the motorway to and from work or wherever you go, it's not going to take long before your vehicle gets covered in crap. Especially winter time with all of the salt grit on the road, it's going to make your vehicle look dirty. If you continually polish it up and gleam it in your pride and joy, what do you think it's going to look like in a car park? Most people have just come from work or whatever, the cars are covered in crap. You've got a big, bright, black, bloody Discovery gleaming or something. It's going to really stand out, it's going to draw attention. So, like I said with the clothing, you know, make your vehicle blend in with all of the others. So, don't clean it as often. Don't clean it at all if you don't feel you need to. Don't have any markings on there, any stickers, any badges. Take them off. Okay, there's nothing on my vehicle. There's nothing at all. We don't have tax discs anymore, but there's nothing. There's not one sticker or bumper sticker or badge or anything on my car. When you look in the windows, there's nothing around. All there is my child's car seat. That's it. You can't. There's nothing else on display. So if you, I mean, I can't really odds that. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take the car seat out every time I'm not using it. That could work. But I'm generally, you know, my son's with me when I go out, so this car seat's always there. So what you could do is an exercise is walk around the car park. Don't make yourself look dodgy. Just walk around slowly, like pretending you're on your phone, okay? So you're walking along, we're in a car park. You're looking around now and again, make sure no one's going to come and clobber you for your phone, right? Don't forget that one. You're looking at your car, but you're standing there and pretend that you're doing something on the phone. But what you're doing is the car window there, you're looking at someone's car. You're looking at what's inside it. Only take like 5 seconds, that's all it really takes, no longer than that, to see what's in there. But don't go like this, just do a little, just look down, do a little glance up at the car, what's in there, okay, look at your texting, and then just walk off. Or pretend to take the call, make it look, be an actor. It's a good skill, be an actor. We're all acting in a game of life. We've all got a part to play. Anyway, I'm digressing. What you're doing is you're looking at a car, you're practicing skills, and what you're doing is you're reading what sort of person is in that car or owns that car. So you'd be surprised. You know, there'd be all sorts of like kid stuff everywhere. Think, oh, they've definitely got kids. Based on what stuff is, the pink stuff, it's going to be a girl probably. Or some bloke who likes deep sea diving, he's got a deep sea diving sticker on his car. You can read a lot about people, about their cars, what condition it's in, how much its current value is. The stuff they got laying around. Some people even leave laptops and tablets on the seat, even in this day and age. So make sure that you've got nothing on display in your vehicle. Make sure you've got nothing on the outside that draws any attention to it. You just want to drive along in your dull coat with your baseball cap, with your glasses. You're not standing out, you're just a guy driving along with no markings on there. In lots of traffic, no one will remember you. If you're the guy with the big apocalyptic Land Rover with all the bells and whistles on it, who do you think they're going to remember? And I'll tell you why I say that. Because when I had that Hilux pickup truck and I sprayed it or got someone to spray it all matte green and I put all the grab handles on it, it was, oh great, it's built for the end of the world. It's a strong motor, it's big, it's a utility vehicle, you can do so much with it and it will keep going, and then you can repair it with coat hangers and all sorts. Great bit of kit. The only issue I had is everywhere I went in it, everyone looked at it. Fuck me, the worst Greyman thing you can ever do is to get something that looks out of the ordinary. And driving down the street or the high street or going on the motorway, everyone, it felt like everyone looked. Don't know what they thought. Oh, that's crap, or that's good, or that's different. But they looked. You don't want to draw attention. Just get yourself a box standard vehicle, okay? If you've got the money and if you've got a garage, get that bug out vehicle. Get something strong, reliable, 4x4. It's got a lot of space in there so you can put essential kit and equipment, food for your family. So if you really do need to leave your area and bug out, it's in there. It's sorted, okay? But don't use a bug out vehicle as your daily runner. Don't do it, okay? Because people, especially if you make the same journey to and from work, when times are getting iffy, trust me, people are going to look around a lot more than they usually do. And they're going to probably think, bloody, there's that guy, he's always around this junction around the same time every day. It's a lovely car. And like, I'm doing my last day at work tomorrow, I'm not going to have any money. I'd love that car. What's stopping that person following you home and then going, oh right, now I know it's where he lives. You do that a couple of times and he'll confirm it. Right, now I definitely know where that guy lives. He's over the road, pretending to be on the phone. Pretending to be on the phone will get you out so much stuck, trust me. It's a great little trick and I've used it for years. Absolute years, since the 90s when I had a phone, alright? It's a great trick. Whatever you're doing, just pretend, but make sure you've got your volume off. Because if you're going like that and you're pretending to have a conversation and it rings, you're going to be sussed, pinged, you're going to look a dick. Mute your sound and pretend, and as you're pretending, just talking to yourself, but they think you're talking to someone else. You know, I've walked through hotel lobbies and gone into a hotel doing, oh yeah, okay, oh, I'm just going back to my room, I forgot my key. And as you're saying that, you're walking through the hotel, the staff on the desk aren't going to go, excuse me sir, what room are you in? They never did, and you walk straight into the hotel and do what you got to do, for example, okay? So, yeah, that actually works really well, and all of these tips and tricks and techniques are all Greyman situational awareness related and orientated. It's going to come into the fore over the next 24 months, okay? So do what you can to hone your skills, make it secondary nature, okay? It's like, boom, it's there. You haven't got to think, oh my god, everything's changed and now I've got to, what did Funky say? I've got to do this. If you're doing it from now, or you've been doing it already, great. Good for you, because someone's awake. But if you've got no idea what I've been talking about, and you're hearing this sort of stuff for the first time, trust me, now's the time to watch the video, pause it now and again, make notes, read through it all, digest it all, and make a plan. Practice, learn, develop skills, evolve your skills. Make sure that what I've been talking about becomes nature. You do it instinctively without even thinking about it, okay? If you're interested in this sort of thing, I can talk more about Greyman from what I've discovered from people, from what I've looked into, and what I believe myself on my own take on things. So if you want to hear more about the Greyman skills and whatnot, hit me up in the comments below, and at a future time when I get some time, we'll do another video about the Greyman stuff. I find it fascinating. Lots of people are looking into being a Greyman. Don't make yourself a target, because you're going to lose. And when I say lose, you're going to lose all sorts of things. Your kit, your family, abductions, lose your life, lose your vehicle, lose your food, whatever. Don't stand out and make a target. Blend in. All you've got to do is think about looking like everything and everyone else that doesn't draw attention. Okay? There it is. I hope it's helped. Thanks very much for staying all the way to the end and hearing my ramblings about being invisible but visible. That's it. Share it, like, subscribe, whack it in the comments, whatever you need to. Thanks for watching and stay funky.